Classic minifigures versus their modern counterparts, part 8. Starting off with the droid, there's really not much of a difference, although there's a tiny difference on the newer version. The newer one has that little small detail in the middle right there with the circle and the little circuits right there. Printing is not that great, it's kind of faded, kind of looks weird, but A1 for trying, I guess. Coruscant Guard, I think they're called. This is the best version of the figure. 2007 version still holds up compared to the newer one, although it kind of sucks that they didn't add any leg printing, or they could have added more detail in the helmet, but nonetheless it's just more better looking than the newer one. I can explain why. You know, I'm 50-50 with the cutout helmets. Kind of wish they printed on the visor instead of cutting it out, but I don't care regardless. Then there's the 2014-2013 version of the Coruscant Guard. This figure on its own is good, but like compared to the older version is just day and night. I just don't like the Clone Wars style version of the Clone Trooper helmets. Looks like a limpin or like a knockoff. If you switched out the helmets between the newer one and the older one, I wouldn't mind at all. It would have been a good figure, a much improvement. But the only thing that this figure has going for it is leg printing. I'm personally shocked that this guy's worth $100. The classic officer. You know, it's simple, it's classic, it's very vintage. I personally think it's goofy that they gave this guy like a smiley face. They did a really good job back then with the printing. Otherwise, it's still good to this day. The newer one, though, is way better. Starting off with the molded hat. They actually gave this guy a unlikable face right there. And the printing on the torso is updated. And it looks way better than the older one. Only they added molded legs to the newer one. This would have been a 10 out of 10. Mwah. Finally, the Rebel pilot. Like I said in my previous video, I think the Rebel pilots, they look like Lego racers, or they don't look like they belong in the Star Wars theme. You know, if I see this guy in a lot, I wouldn't even think it's Lego Star Wars. Remove the torso, and I would have thought this guy belonged in a Lego racer set or something like that. The newer one is an improvement. Printed legs matching up with the torso. I love that. Fabulous. Love the green translucent neon visor that they gave him as well. Overall, all the new minifigures are an improvement on like the Clone Trooper, but that's, you know, your own personal preference.